Hello and welcome to Z. In this episode, we are looking for the amazing life of monkey. Stay with us. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon. The term monkey is used to refer to a variety of mammals belonging to the suborder Simiiformes, which is more commonly referred to as the simian order. However, in the broader sense based on cladistics, apes, hominoidea, are also included, making the terms monkeys and simians synonyms in regards to their scope. Traditionally, all animals in the group now known as simians are counted as monkeys except for the apes, which constitutes an incomplete paraphyletic grouping. Jeffrey combined the apes and the Cercopithecidae group of monkeys together in 1812 and formed the name Catarrhini, Old World Monkeys, Singes de l'Ancien Monde in French. This new classification was given to the group of monkeys that included both apes and Cercopithecidae. The Platyrrhini belongs to the group of monkeys, sometimes known as Singes, and is Catarrhini's living sister, New World monkeys. The Platyrrhini developed inside monkeys by migrating to South America from Afro-Arabia, the Old World, approximately 9 million years prior to the split that occurred between the Cercopithecidae and the apes. This migration most likely took place across an ocean. Any member of the ape family is undeniably more closely connected to the Cercopithecidae than they are to the Platyrrhini. This is because the apes are nested deep inside the family tree of living and extinct monkeys. Baboons are an example of a monkey species that mostly lives on the ground, despite the fact that the majority of monkey species are arboreal or tree-dwelling. The daytime is when the vast majority of species are most active, diurnal. It is commonly believed that monkeys, and particularly monkeys from the Old World, possess high levels of intelligence. The Tarsiers and the Simians are both classified under the suborder Haplorhini, although the two groups of animals diverged into separate lineages approximately 60 million years ago. Around 35 million years ago, New World monkeys and Catarrhine monkeys originated from inside the Simians. Approximately 25 million years ago, inside the Catarrhine monkeys, the ancestors of Old World monkeys and apes arose. Primatologists believe extinct basic simians such as Egyptopithecus and Parapithecus, which lived between 35 and 32 million years ago, to be monkeys as well. Primate families known as Strepsirrhini include lemurs, lorises, and galagos. They are not related to monkeys, suborder Strepsirrhini. The Tarsiers are a group of haplorhine primates similar to the simians. Nevertheless, they are not monkeys in the same way that the simians are not monkeys. Apes originated among monkeys as the sister family of the Cercopithecidae and the Catarrhini, hence cladistically speaking, they are also considered to be monkeys. Because there has been some pushback against classifying apes, and by extension, humans, as monkeys, the term Old World monkey can refer to either the Cercopithecoidea, which does not include apes, or the Catarrhini, including apes. In the 18th century, Georges-Louis Leclerc, Comte de Buffon, was the first person to understand that apes are actually related to monkeys. Under 1758, Linnaeus classified this group, together with the Tarsiers, in a single genus called Simia, without including Homo, an ensemble that is today known as the Haplorhini. The presence of only two pectoral nipples, a pendulous penis, and a deficiency in sensory whiskers are characteristics that set monkeys and apes apart from other primates. The home of the monkeys. The distribution of the monkey spans over many different regions across the planet. They typically inhabit wooded areas, which are characterized by a high concentration of trees in the immediate environment. However, some of them make their homes in the mountainous regions or the savannas. There are certain species of monkeys that are obligate tree dwellers. Others call the branches of the trees their home rather than the ground below. There is a lot of roaming that goes on among monkeys within their territory. They make regular journeys in order to search for food. They won't stay in one place for very long, therefore they don't build anything too elaborate because of it. They rely on their bodies to help them travel quickly across the environment in search of food sources. In the process, they disperse the seeds that come from plants, flowers, and fruits. Because of this, their natural environment and habitat can continue to recover and flourish. Monkeys come in many different varieties, and the evergreen forests are home to many of them. It's also possible that they're found in the places covered in mangrove forests. According to studies, the total quantity of habitat that these animals have access to has decreased by at least 30% in the last 25 years. This is a frighteningly high rate, and it indicates that they genuinely do not have any other options. Because of their high intelligence, monkeys are able to continue to adjust to the various ways in which their environment can shift. This is the reason why places where they were once found are now devoid of their presence. In order for them to find food and a place to sleep, they have been forced to go further. The introduction of new species of monkeys to new sites, on the other hand, can throw off the natural balance of an ecosystem that already exists there. Therefore, the problems are extremely difficult to resolve. Another issue is that males of many different monkey species are required to find new homes once they reach the age of sexual maturity. There are cases where the ladies are also responsible for it. This is all part of nature's plan to prevent regular instances of inbreeding within the groups, which is why it happens. But if they move away from their hometown, where will they eventually settle down? They face an excessive amount of competition from hostile organizations who refuse to allow newcomers into their space. Predation by other animals or scarcity of food in the areas where they end up causing them to starve to death far too frequently. The habitat for monkeys out there has been steadily reduced in size by significant chunks across the board everywhere. The human race is responsible for cutting down entire woods and constructing roads right through the middle of them. Because of the increasing need for land to be utilized for agricultural, the construction of homes, and the establishment of enterprises, several areas have been completely deforested. As a consequence of this, numerous species of monkeys are in critical need of conservation measures. They have been hunted, and now poachers are destroying what is left of them. Sometimes people steal them with the intention of selling them for a profit later. Regardless, there needs to be strict legislation in place to safeguard them in the natural ecosystem in which they live. Many of the many kinds of monkeys that live in the wild won't be able to endure for much longer if we don't put these strategies into action. What kind of food do monkeys eat? Primates, which include monkeys, are a class of mammals. They belong to both the suborder Haplorhini and the infraorder Simiiformes, which is comprised of the simians. They are unable to produce vitamin C internally, unlike members of the suborder Strepsirini, and must therefore obtain it through their diet. As a result of this, they are classified as frugivores due to the fact that they consume a wide variety of foods, including bananas and various other fruits. Not only are the vast majority of monkey species omnivores, but there are also some species that feed primarily on fruit or insects, while others focus more on eating fruit or insects. The tarsia is the only primate species that must eat solely meat. Primate species can be distinguished by the anatomical adaptations that allow them to specialize in the consumption of particular items, like as leaves, fruit, gum, or insects. Howler monkeys and colobus monkeys, for instance, are herbivores with long digestive systems that allow them to absorb nutrients that are difficult to digest from leaves. In a manner analogous to that of ruminants, both have stomachs composed of many chambers, which facilitate the fermentation of plant food in a particular manner. Capuchin monkeys consume both vegetable matter and animal stuff, including insects and other small creatures. The gelada monkey is the only species of monkey native to the Old World and the only primate whose primary food source is grass, making it a herbivore. The relationship between monkeys and feelings. The life of a monkey is full of both happy and difficult moments. Monkeys, just like humans, are capable of developing deep bonds with one another as well as fierce rivalries. They look out for one another and are willing to fight for one another. When a monkey troop's leader is removed from their position, the other members of the group will show signs of depression. When we observe their actions, we get the impression that their emotional lives may have some parallels to our own in some way. Friends and enemies. Monkeys have a highly sophisticated social structure, and their interactions with one another are forged on an individual level. Monkeys will recall their previous encounters with each other whenever they are in the same room together. If they swing into the incorrect region of the jungle, old adversaries may be met with fury. Case in point, as we see in the film Clever Monkeys, conflicts of this kind can sometimes even result in fatalities. To use a similar example, monkeys will not forget the assistance of a friend. The act of grooming, for instance, conveys both care and respect. And when the time comes for a fight, a monkey that you have developed a connection with is far more likely to fight at your side or clean your wounds after the fact. This is all for now. Thank you for being with us.